Hello everybody, Dangerous here, and this is going to be a King of the Hill gameplay that hopefully I can actually upload. I'm not sure. This is a really long gameplay, but I'm going to give it a shot. As long as you guys are willing to watch, I will upload as long as it allows me to, I guess. But pretty much this is me playing with my friend Parker and my friend Fatal. And these are two guys that you guys have not seen me play with because I have only started playing with them today. They are two players that are actually trying out for the team. So we kind of got together and we started running a bunch of stuff, and it all in all actually worked out pretty well. So that's a little bit of a hint, I guess you guys can tell. But no, it worked out fun. It was pretty much, you know, a lot of fun to play with, and that's really all I can ask for. So as long as it's fun, that's pretty good. But oh, look at that, 1400. Anyways, pointing that out, yeah buddy. No, but they worked actually really well with me and together. It was actually pretty good. I noticed that the two of them had my back as much as I would have their back, which is all I can really ask for in an actual, you know, team. And I think, you know, I got Fatal, like I mentioned before, had asked me about a couple of things, and I am honestly considering sitting down and actually teaching him what he wants to know. And I won't tell you guys that right now because I am actually going to record the entire lesson, and I will put it actually on YouTube for you guys to kind of sit there, and it'll be live commentary. So you guys will be able to hear what I'm actually telling him, how he's responding to stuff, and whether it's actually helpful or not. So, with all that being said, I really hope this gameplay can actually upload, but I don't think it will. It's like a 20-minute gameplay. So as far as SLAB for King of the Hill, I like the way it plays, I guess I could say that. But one thing that I don't like, which a lot of people kind of yell and scream about, but I don't really care about that. But the one thing that I don't like about this map for King of the Hill, and that's only for King of the Hill, is the fact that there are 2 boom shot rounds if you do not win the first one and the second one. So it's the fact that there's going to be 2 boom shot rounds and only 1 digger round. I'm not really a big fan about that because on a map like this, boom shot is so powerful. I don't even want to talk about sandbar because sandbar can go suck it for King of the Hill. I am not a... That map isn't good for anything. So no one really cares about that. But if you guys think about this in this sense, one, if you guys have ever played King of the Hill on Hotel, you'll know what I'm talking about. Hotel has a digger and boom swap. But take note that digger is actually the first swap. Like, it is the first power weapon down below the actual front door. And I like that so much more because, one, the digger is so much more help on an actual small map. And 2, that map is so small, it's kind of like SLAB, that if you have a boom shot for 2 rounds, a team can completely destroy you because they'll just control the boom shot, which is end up what happens in this. And then it just comes down to not that they don't have any talent for King of the Hill, but it comes down to the fact that the reason they won was solely because of boom shot. And I don't really like that whole thing. The only teamwork they quote-unquote had was don't let them get boom shot, and we'll just grab boom shot. So, I mean, that's kind of whatever. But that's the only problem I have with this actual map. It's got really good, what do you want to call it? It's got really good hill position. It's got two actually quite open hills, and then the only hill that I don't really like is the Boltok hill. I don't really like that one very much because you can only come from 3 different areas, and one of the areas is kind of wide open, which is down the boom shot, and the other 2 areas are easily held off, in my idea, from just Lancer fire and stuff like that. So don't really like that hill that much. The hill it nades, for being the starting hill, is actually quite acceptable. The only hill that could have been any worse, basically, for a starting hill would be where Boomshot actually spawns at. That would be an awful hill to start off at because it's so enclosed, and you know there's not much, I guess, Lancer you can do other than through one of the 2 halls. But you know, the hill itself was still pretty well. I like the hills other than, like I said, the actual Boltok hill. But if this actually ends up uploading, this was one of the longer King of the Hill maps, or games that I played. So I did realize that I could upload past 15 minutes. I don't know how far past 15 minutes I can upload, so that would be kind of helpful to know. I don't really want to sit there and like render out like a 20-minute video, and then render out a 21-minute video, and then 22, and so forth and so on. I don't know if there's a way that I can figure that out, and if you guys know of a way to do that, then please let me know so I can check that. That way I can actually know how long of a video I can get. Someone told me that if I can upload past... He just sponged that. But someone told me that if I can upload past 15 minutes, that I am good to upload for like an eternity, basically. But I don't want to take the chance of that, you know, being a lie, I guess, and try and upload videos over and over and over and stuff. But I've never actually played, this is the first time playing King of the Hill on this map, so I'm not really sure where all the hills end up. So that has kind of 2 effects. One, I don't really know where to set up at. That would have the best setup kind of for each hill. Unlike, you know, Rustlong and stuff like that. Rustlong is a very popular map during King of the Hill. And same with Dry Dock. Other than those 2 maps, the rest of the maps are still kind of iffy in my sense. I haven't played very much Clock Tower lately. I haven't seen Clock Tower since the title update, which is kind of bumming me out. Gridlock, I pretty much got that one down pat. I'm trying to think the other ones that I see show up sometimes. That's pretty much it, I think. I have not played King of the Hill on any of the other maps other than Slab now. Escalation, I don't even want to think about King of the Hill on that map. I think I played that once, and then ever since then I figured I'm just going to straight up quit playing Escalation. All in all, Escalation is just, maybe for execution it is a decent map, but all around Escalation is just awful. If you guys play Team Deathmatch, you know what I mean. The whole every 5 seconds there's a new spawn spot for both teams. It's just terrible. So they need to figure something out about that map to make that map actually playable and enjoyable type of stuff. But we still got forever on this actual gameplay. So I don't really have a lot to talk about. I've kind of already explained a bunch of stuff. I'm no longer doing the I guess tryouts on a weekend itself. It's kind of just like, you guys let me know you want to try out and I will figure it out and I will invite you when I got room. So we kind of work at it that way. From random Gorgon kills. But that's kind of how that's working out. Fatal sent me a message and wanted to know when he could try out, and then that kind of pulled me into, you know, inviting him into stuff. So just let me know. I've got pretty much all the time in the world if I'm on for you guys to be trying out. I'm never really in a full party, and if I am, I will leave a party just for you guys to get into, to get a tryout in. I guess there's a couple things I could talk about that would give a little bit of time consumer. One of which is I do have my new controller, so I no longer have to worry about, you know, missing reloads or it like auto jamming on me. Was a big problem that I had. Or now I can actually use my buttons properly. I had a big problem with buttons not registering. And I think that kind of came down to the fact of what was going wrong with my reload by right bumper. But other than that, if you guys had played with me recently prior to me actually getting my new controller, I was so close to just straight up quitting Gears, and just kind of sat there and ate that. I didn't really care. But the reason I was so close to quitting Gears is just, it seems like for the longest time the shotgun was broken. It still seems a little bit broken. It seems like I was sponging, you know, I was getting a sponge every time I shot. Instead of the like not so frequent sponging, it was like I am very lucky if I actually melt some guy from a point blank right up in his back, literally itching his shoulders with my shotgun. I don't know what they did that made the shotgun like that, but I heard a lot of people having a problem with that. So I almost quit playing, and it was mainly because of that whole sponging everything, but it was also because I was unable to reload, so I was kind of fighting a double negative. I couldn't pre-active with all the people that would pre-active, so that was kind of ruining it. And then the fact that I was fighting against just impossible odds was kind of ruining the whole chance of me getting kills type of stuff, and it was just getting annoying. So I just was like, man, I'm fixing to quit because I don't want to play it anymore. But now that I got my new controller, I'm actually still playing type of stuff. But also, my buddy Dragon Ravager or John was starting to play Rainbow Six Vegas, And now whenever I play Rainbow Six Vegas with him and stuff, I'm going to actually be recording. So you guys will actually get to see some Vegas gameplay if you guys are interested in that. It's not nearly as good as I used to be, but it's still pretty decent, I think. Better than the average. So, it's not how I was, but it's okay type of thing. So, I guess look into that type of thing for kind of later. I've got a couple of videos that I can already upload now, but I haven't played very much on it, and that kind of makes it turn into, it's going to be like an every other day type of thing. We were talking about with me and John and Digo, we're talking about playing a little bit of Vegas each day just to kind of mess around and have some fun. It's always good to have a game that you can go away and you can play for a little bit. That's kind of a getaway game type of stuff. And even though I still play Vegas competitive and, you know, I still have that competitive sense when I play Vegas, it's nothing like my Gears thing. I'm striving for Pro Circuit for Gears. I am not striving for Pro Circuit for Vegas, if that makes sense for you guys. So, something that, you know, would be bad in Gears would really upset me because, like, say I like rolled into a guy's shotgun, or I kept doing the same thing over and over again, and knowing that I do it and knowing that it gets me killed would kind of upset me, and I would beat myself up about that. However, doing something over and over again on Vegas would, you know, make me mad that I keep doing it, but that kid thinks he's good. But that would, you know, it wouldn't really be that big of a deal. I wouldn't really care. I'd still be upset about it, and I still would want to perform as good as I can, but I just don't have that thrive to make it anywhere in Vegas. I did not mean to up an A. Up an A is one thing that I keep doing that I need to stop doing, and I'm trying to find an alternate to that whole thing. And, you know, it's just a habit that I'm going to have to break. And that you guys can kind of, you know, pick off of that kind of sense is the fact that if you guys do join the team, there will be, or not join, but if I do accept you guys into the team, I don't want to make it sound like anybody can join this stuff, because you really can't. I've got to see actual potential in one of the two fields type of stuff. But if you guys end up making the team, you guys will have most likely a bad habit, if not many bad habits. And it'll be stuff that we're going to have to fight and we're going to have to break, and I just want you guys to know that any type of feedback that I give you guys, do not expect it to be me targeting you type of thing. The only reason I'm giving you feedback is because usually you're doing something wrong, and it's something that you should not be doing wrong, if that makes sense. Like, it's something that's faulting your play, or faulting the team, or something like that. It's nothing personal, I mean, in any sense like that. It's just strictly, if you did this, you would be a better player. And I do that now to friends like that. Like, John's obviously going to be on the team, so if John messes something up, I will be like, hey, you probably should have done this. Or, you know, John's been playing a lot longer than I have, so sometimes he'll be like, hey, instead of doing that, you should have done this. Or, why did you do that? And I'll give him my reason, and he'll be like, well, you also had this choice, and stuff like that. That's just the part of being a team. So you guys just need to expect that kind of criticism, I guess you could call it, to not be, you know, aggressive or anything. It's just constructive criticism. So that's another thing that you guys are going to have to do is if you do make the team, we're just going to have to be able to accept constructive criticism. And you're also going to have to be able to give positive feedback. Just because I will be, you know, the leader of the team or the captain of the team does not mean that you guys can't tell me to do something different. Do note that I've only been playing this game for I think like 2 months, maybe 2.5 now. So I am expecting to do stuff wrong. Unless you are a player that played Pro Circuit for Gears a long time ago, and you kept playing on the Pro Circuit and you kept playing competitive throughout the years, you are going to have to make some form of adjust, and whether that's a competitive sense or, you know, playing more of a team player and learning how to actually, you know, crossfire and stuff like that, it's going to be stuff that we're going to have to fix. So just expect it, and just know that the rest of us, we're going to, you know, we're going to pick stuff out for you. We're going to figure it out, and that's all I can really tell you, is this team's not going to be just, you know, some random team thing. This is going to be an actual quote-unquote try-hard team, whatever you guys want to call it. So with that whole thing being said, that goes along with communication and everything like that. And just note, communication is the one thing that I am looking for. Also, the ability to gel well with the other guys. As in, I want you guys to be able to react and stuff like that in a positive sense and not get mad and yell at each other, because that goes nowhere. So I will talk to you guys next time.